Hello Libra! Welcome to April 2016. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, welcome. This video is going to be a Tarotscope for April 2016 for Libra. So let's see what's going on for Libra here. Oh, Ace of Cups. Looks like the beginning of the month of April shows... Ace of Cups is my cup runneth over, is what I call that card. The cups represent emotion, and when it's Ace of Cups, it's something that's a beginning of something that fills your heart. So something that you're going to love, something that causes you to feel joy and passion and feeling like your emotions are running over. So it's just a really nice card to open up the month with. It usually shows a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of contentment. And when this card comes, you know, you can see in the imagery of the card that it's got a lotus blooming, there's the dove of peace, there's water falling over so that you have those waters of emotion to share with others. It's just there's a lot of beautiful things, and because it's an ace, it's a new beginning. So it may be sometimes it's a new passion, a new love, or it could be just something that your heart gets filled by. It can even just be like a new hobby or a new job, new endeavor that you are involved with that causes your heart to overflow. Be careful too that you don't see limitations in things. This is Three of Wands, which is the visionary card. So if you're having dreams and visions of what you would like to create, that's what this card is usually about. Don't doubt them. Don't have any fear or doubts in implementing what you think could be possible. Because it's the visionary card, it's like saying, you know, I have this vision, I have this dream, but when it's in the reverse position, you may be saying, yeah, I want to do this thing, but I don't know how it's possible. I don't see how it could be built. You know, I see a dream or a vision that I'd like to create, but I don't know how that could be. Don't fall prey to that, Libra, because it's not true. This card is Ace of Swords, which means, usually it means clarity, it means victory, triumph, it means revelation. So having an insight, this swords mean thoughts, and this is the one thought, the one crowning thought, which is truth. So what this is saying to me in conjunction with Three of Wands in reverse is if you're having dreams and visions, this is a very creative card. 3 is a creative number, expressive, and you're seeing, oh, I'd like to create this thing, or I'd like things to be this way, but I don't see how that could happen, because in the reverse position, that's where doubts and fears creep in, or it looks like it's under the surface. Don't believe that. It's not true. You know, it's the Ace of Swords saying, you know, these things are true. It is possible. This is how. It's just that you may not be seeing how something can be accomplished or how your dreams and visions can come into being, but it's just in shadow. It's just under the surface right now. Enjoy this this love of what you do. This card is about, like I said, dreams and visions, and the fact that it's surrounded by 2 aces shows that there's a lot of like initiation energy. There's a lot of new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings. This is a new beginning of the heart, and this is a new beginning of understanding some truth. So even though you may feel something emotionally, you may not connect with it logically or like how it's possible. If that's the case at the beginning of April, Libra, just don't doubt things right now. Don't worry about the how or whether or not something can happen. Just trust that feeling in your heart, and that will help correct what's going on here. What's also happening at the beginning of April for you is that you're embarking upon some spiritual journey. This is 2 of Wands, which means holding the world in the palm of your hand, feeling like the world is your oyster, connecting with your own personal power, and being willing to receive help in order to achieve it. The thing that I always think of when I see this card is a mountain climber, someone who's scaling a mountain and trying to reach the top, and they usually have help with carrying that baggage up. So see if you can enlist help. It may be, you can see too that from 2 of Wands to 3 of Wands, you may have to go through some endurance testing, some, you know, climbing or scaling of that mountain in order to arrive at this place. You know, there's even a mountain peak shown in this card that, you know, one arrives at this mountain peak and is able to see over to the other side. So what I'm seeing with these first 4 cards is follow what you love. If you can't see how you can get to where you're going, if you may have some doubts or fears about whether your dreams and visions can become true, there may be just some work to be done, some climbing of that mountain, some help that's needed to receive for you to connect to your personal power. But there is like this pearl of wisdom that you are after and that you have available to you if you're willing to take up this journey. So connect to your personal power, trust your dreams and visions, even if they look impossible at the beginning of April. Don't give in to false beliefs of I don't see how that could possibly happen. You may feel a little bit isolated at the middle of the month, feeling a little bit lonely or cut off from others. This is Hermit. And you know, what I'm seeing with this card following this card is that when you go out and seek the truth, when you go out and seek to connect to your personal power, sometimes that can feel a little lonely or isolating, but both rewards in each of these cards are worthwhile. This pearl here, or this globe, and this star represents the truth. So one of the things about Hermit is that he's willing to go out in the cold, you know, go off on his journey, and separate himself from humanity to search out the truth and find out what really is true, and then he holds it up and shines it out for everyone else. In doing that, because he's in reverse, sometimes it can feel like you're cutting yourself off from the rest of humanity. You might feel a little lonely, isolated, misunderstood. It's still worth it. It's just that if you're experiencing that, sometimes that can feel isolating. And for Libra, you usually like to be in partnership, in balance, and in connection with someone else. So try to work through any feelings of loneliness or isolation or feeling misunderstood in the middle of the month, especially if there is an earth person at play here. This is Knight of Coins, and he is usually representing Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. So if there is someone who is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that you're not seeing eye to eye with right now, or maybe you've broken up with them, or there's struggles between the two of you, with you looking for your truth, you standing in wanting to hold up what is the truth, like for some reason I'm seeing that you could be reflecting something to an earth person here that they don't want to hear, and that might make you feel like lonely, misunderstood, isolated. You know, be willing to stand with the truth, even if it does make you by yourself. It's worth defending, and it's worth experiencing your own personal power. It may be that this experience, or what the work that you're doing here at the beginning of April to connect to your own personal power, is what enables you to finally hold this lamp of the truth up, for better or for worse. Even if it's challenging outcomes, especially with this person, he's in the reverse. He's topsy-turvy right now. He's not seeing things clearly as they are. A little bit more about Knight of Coins is that usually it's a salesperson type person. It's someone who is considering values and possessions and assets. He usually takes time to think things over and considers the bottom line on things. He's usually very grounded, but he can kind of be a little bit of a stick in the mud too. So if you're dealing with someone like that, it's also in line with you doubting your dreams and visions and how you want things to happen. He just may not be able to confront this truth of what's going on, or about himself, or be in line with what your dreams and visions are. So consider that, Libra. I mean, see what his reaction is if you hold up the truth to him. Because in the long run, I'm not seeing you as satisfied with this person. If there is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, if they are, what these 3 cards together are telling me is that if they are resistant to hearing the truth, that it's not going to be satisfying for you. This Nine of Cups is satisfaction. Cups represent heart energy, and it's the most amount of cups on a card that you can come across. So if it's in the reverse position, this person you know, all of these are in the reverse. This is about confronting the truth, looking for and searching the truth. This person is, the light is sort of shining on them. And then this is dissatisfaction and losing hope or optimism. I mean, it might be that if you are in relationship with a earth sign person and it's been a little dissatisfying, that it may be time to consider that, because if it's causing you dissatisfaction or to lose hope or optimism, you know, you got to stick with what fills your heart here, and there's a new beginning available to you. So really consider that, or consider what side of the truth you want to be on. There's these two stars appearing for you, the star of the truth and the hermit, and the star which is about being vulnerable and self-accepting, connecting with optimism, connecting with hope. So this is showing up for you, and that does mean that that's available to you. But if you're staying with someone that you're dissatisfied with, and you know the truth is not being accepted, that may be worth considering. It's funny too, because I see a lot of people down here who are holding this cup, which is all about love, but love is not, in this relationship, this is usually the person who's an ideal partner or an ideal father, but they're in reverse. Same with the Queen of Cups here. Emotions are not being allowed to flow freely. And normally these two are a couple, and they're like a happy couple that are both emotionally on the same page. With those two in reverse, and they're kind of looking away from each other. I'm seeing that, I'm kind of seeing it all as relating back to this person, this earth sign person. If there's any dissatisfaction in relationships, what I'm seeing here is that you need to trust your inner young person. Like this is a message from the heart, Jack of Cups, and this is Jack of Wands. And both of these young people are like the inner, I see it as like the teenager within. This is the person who wants to express what's on their heart, express their infatuation, or express, you know, say what's on their mind. And Page of Rods is the young, fiery, willing, optimistic person. There may have been a time when you felt super optimistic and super like you wanted to say what was on your mind, but that's who you have to embody in order to correct whatever's going on in terms of relationship. Whether you're in a relationship or not, Libra, these things are kind of out of whack. It makes me wonder, are you saying what's on your heart, and are you feeling optimistic or enthusiastic about being in a relationship or being in this particular relationship? The star in reverse and Page of Wands in reverse tells me that your willingness, your motivation, your optimism may be a little bit muted or dimmed right now. You have to say what's on your heart in order to correct the situation, because the emotional life towards the end of April seems a little bit off right now. And I think that when you connect to the truth of what you envision to be possible, and really trust that, and connect to this personal power card, this is your journey, and receiving help on it, I think your optimism and your emotional stability is going to come back. The more that you're willing to connect with the truth, even though it may feel isolating. That's one thing Libra really doesn't like. You know, Libra wants to be connected with someone. They want to be in partnership. But you have to be willing to stand for, you know, separate yourself off. Be willing to tolerate loneliness if it means that's what you need to do in order to stay with the truth. I see that you're really capable of being fulfilled this month. It could be a wonderful time, but it could be that you need to do something new with this ace energy to really fill your heart and trust in your dreams. You really need to say what it is that you need to say. If there's any discord with any water signs, or with a couple, or in your own relationship, there's some sort of strife going on here, especially in someone being confronted with the truth. So I wish you the best of luck with that, Libra. I'm confident that you will be able to communicate what's on your heart. That will bring back your motivation, your optimism, your enthusiasm, and also your satisfaction. That will enable you to experience this Ace of Cups energy, which means like my heart overflows, and your own personal power too. Stay true to you this month, Libra. Whatever cost it's at, it will have benefits in your emotional state if you're able to do that. So that's my message to you for April, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. And again, I just want to say thanks for watching. Yours in the stars. I also want to let you know that I'm releasing a course very soon through Daily Ohm, which is about how to learn the major arcana of the tarot in 22 days. It's a 1 card a day course, and it contains over an hour of recorded video. I have little videos for each card that describe it, its archetypal information for each card, what it means in the upright position as well as the reverse position, and different astrological correspondences as well as mythological correspondences. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can just go ahead and click on the little info box there. I'll have a link to where you can learn more about that. It's not released yet, but it's coming up very soon here in spring 2016. If you enjoyed the reading, feel free to check out my readings for the other signs, and also feel free to share on any platform, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Yours in the stars.